We are on, we are live, we have 10 in the server on Dust 2 to start things off. Last quarterfinal of the night between Echo Fox and NRG eSports for the iBUYPOWER 2016 Fall Invitational with myself and Dust. I'm kidding. No, we do have 10. I'm just looking at my overlay. I still see Metas the bot, and there we go. As they're all readied up, we are going to play the first map here, Dust 2, map chosen by Echo Fox, so NRG will choose to start off on the T side. It is composed of Got B, Fugly, Tabson, Peter, and Legia. Well, for Echo Fox, we have Shazam, Sean Garris, Freakazoid, Rix, and Roka. What I'm actually expecting and hoping to see is screaming a lot of Shazam's name with the sound of the new op.
Of course, it's what you'd want.
Well, of course, because you know Shazam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The comic book, Lightning Bolt Strikes, calls his name.
Yep.
But Freakazoid's actually pushing up mid with two of his teammates rather, and he's gonna get insta-goosh as we're gonna have a hefty battle up towards mid, and it's gonna be Fugly taking the 2 first kills.
Yeah, so that's just Echo Fox trying to get aggressive up middle. Did not work out. It gets caught by Fugly. That's 2 kills. So now instant 5-on-3 as NRG begins to move up the catwalk. We do have 2 players still over here towards the A ramp to try to see if they can't defend this. But Shazam's already taken a huge chunk of damage, and now he's gone down. So it's all on Rix. He's trying to like fade back and give Sean Gears a chance to rotate, but Sean's getting cut off by Fugly in middle. And there's just really no chance for Echo Fox to get back into this, it feels.
These insta-gooshes with the Glocks are amazing right now for NRG eSports to start things off. Now Rix is going to be the last man standing at this point, about to get hunted down. Does get the headshot onto Legia, but gives his position away, and they're just actually looking for him. They don't want him to let him save that $650 investment on that small armor, and here comes the double peek, and Tabson picks up the last kill, but 2 nice entries for Fugly to start things off.
Yeah, really well done. Again, it's just Echo Fox trying to, force a play at middle. I know that's like something that Sean Gears likes to do, that he said in the past in interviews, is he likes to try to just get people involved really early on in the game and just try to push them and try to let them just have a play just to kind of, feel it, early, so to speak, and it just didn't pan out for them, unfortunately. Now we are going to go ahead and see them upgrade their pistols, of course, across the map. Going to be a bit more standard here from Echo Fox, Roken, Sean Gears inside the B-bomb site, the rest floating over towards the A side. NRG will also open up a bit slower, just typical mid action here from them. Peter with the scout scoping things out. All is quiet so far.
That's right, so I don't know if our observer could actually hear us, but we do...
there we go.
We are asking, there you go. It's up over X-Ray. Is good to go. Tabson moving up on the catwalk to try to clear up here this area, but he does have some support from his teammate, but gets an insta headshot onto Rix, forcing Freakazoid to fall back into position at the elevator. So early man advantage. This pistol buy does not come into fruition for Echo Fox.
No, not at all. Now the smoke goes up to allow NRG to have a little bit more room to start spreading out here on the catwalk, and Shazam's already been spotted by Tabson, so they know what they're up against. So far, no shots connecting just yet.
Yeah, Shazam, though, is trying to lead up. Does get the dink, but Legia moves in with the Mag-10 and finishes it off. Sean Garris, the only one that's able to capitalize with the kill so far. Headshot onto Tabson. Last 2 guys moving up on catwalk. Fully blinded is Fugly, but he still manages to get the kill onto Roka. And that's going to be now 2-0. And Rix was had a question mark after he got blasted on that peek from Tabson.
Yeah, that was a sick shot on the catwalk. They had like a little bit of a bait setup going there on catwalk, but as soon as Tabson hit the shot, Freakazoid had no chance to like actually step out and create a play. And so that was, just an easy grab for NRG eSports. We're now up 2-0. Echo Fox, of course, not going to have anything to work with this round, so NRG know that. They're going to be able to just rush into B without too much danger, and they'll just kind of clean house. Legia already finding Sean Gears. Roka now down also, and they should momentarily put this round away.
Big nade touchdown, Legia. Freakazoid gets blown to bits. Last one to go, it's going to be Rix inside the CT spawn. 4, or make that 5 versus 1. Hiding, just looking for an exit at this point. Does not connect. And it is now going to be an unanswered round for NRG, and lots of money picked up there for Legia with 3 kills with the Mag-10. Definitely will see a nod from both sides now, as Shazam has not invested into anything for the past 2 rounds to be able to afford this AWP. Small armor, and even add up 2 flashes, but you can see this buy coming in from Echo Fox now, Dust. They have no kit to work with.
They do not. So that means that being like retake situations are going to be so much more difficult. So they have to kind of go for initial defenses as much as they can. And Shazam has the op in his hands. And this is the guy that was so hot for them when they beat Liquid on this map to qualify for E-League just a day or two ago. So they need him to wake up. But it's a big long A control tip here from NRG. They get out, they get the one-on-one trade, but they still don't really have control. And Rix holds down the fort well, but there's a big entry from Legia. Shazam already down. They have control of the site. They can plant for Cat, and Peter's already cutting off the rotate.
That's right, and he did notice at least Roka at lower B as well, but that might give him a chance here to go for a flank. But at this point, the bomb has been planted. It's hard for them to retake. Again, they have no kits. They only have one flash to try to go for a retake, unless they get an immediate kill right now. And it all comes down to Roka needed his kill, but they both die instantly on both areas of A, which is Cat and Long respectively. And NRG eSports are running away 4-0, and we've seen this play a lot from Echo Fox in terms of them playing a very passive mid, leveraging Shazam to op up on Catwalk in the mid side, but he had to connect those shots where he didn't.
Yeah, again, that was just Echo Fox spending so many resources to try to win the long A battle, which they did win, but they pulled other players off, so that allowed NRG just to flow up Catwalk and control the site that way, just kind of leaving Fugly alone at long A to kind of hold presence. So really, like, good misdirection, I guess you could say, by NRG to take the round. And now Echo Fox, of course, back onto the save. So a great chance for NRG to take just a big 5-0 lead here early in the first half of Dust 2.
That's right. We started off with a tag through the doors on the op of Peter onto Roka heading into the B-bomb site. So already an early slight disadvantage for Echo Fox as we are still trying to take control here of Long for NRG. To start off with a few mollies. Nice molly now, this time towards the car, forcing Shazam out of position. Freakazoid trying to peek out to help out his teammate and hopefully get a kill out of that. But Fugly's now leading up. Headshot onto Freakazoid. Clearing out the A-bomb site. Should be an easy take so far. 1 spotted, 2 spotted, 2 down. And last one is going to be Rix on Catwalk. Headshotted by Tapson. Another flawless victory. So this is, well, I guess it's not 2 in a row, but they've been looking good in terms of the economy building up. They've only literally lost 2 players at max in the past 5 rounds.
Yeah, they've only had 3 deaths this entire half, so that's really big, just building up their bank. It's going to be a long while before Echo Fox can force them into some type of save. So it's going to be, you know, great for NRG. Meanwhile, Echo Fox, they're dipping into a double op setup now. And that means that that's a really big commitment. I mean, you're right back to saving if you lose this round, basically. Roka will have his at the back of the B-bomb site. He'll battle with Peter, and Peter will get the better of. That's a big pick to grab. That's already an op down. Now Sean can pick that up and put the op back into play once more, but there's still a man down very early in round number 6 here. And, I mean, NRG are just kind of like off to a roaring start at this point.
They're actually looking very good so far. Doing great, taking control of Catwalk this time. And again, it all comes down to Sean Garris, as you mentioned, picked up the op, spotted one up on Catwalk, but misses the shot and falls back to play the solo B. So you're really going to just have Freakazoid. So he was trying to bait out that shot, missing it, trying to see if they're going to try to go for a mid to B split for NRG eSports, and then you have Freakazoid on the boxes to try to look back towards that cross. This gives a chance actually for Shazam to really just focus up on Catwalk, where NRG are currently executing.
Yeah, but that's a sick flash coming out of NRG to throw him back. And that's another flash coming in, so he can never get a peek onto this site. Freakazoid rotates back through CT spawn, but the bomb again can just get planted for Catwalk, and they have that man advantage to help them out when the retake comes in. Freak, though, slips in for a kill. That helps Echo Fox out quite a bit now.
Well, the bomb is planted. They're going to try to lean out and bring that fight. That was God B, but then he decides to fall back. Here comes the attempt of the retake for Echo Fox. 3 of them towards Long. Sean Garrett still opping towards CT spawn. Shazam connecting that first shot. Now 3 guys lead up by Catwalk. It's going to be Peter capitalizing on that kill onto Freakazoid. Now here comes that retake. He sees Sean Garrett's moving up from the elevator side. Big flash for them to try to overtake this site. But Legia playing from the CT spawn, drops Sean Garris on the backstab. Oh, shot from Shazam. It's a 2 versus 1 as he gets another one up to Peter. Now here comes a full defuse because he does have the kit. Legia will have to try to peek out. He does get the kill up to Shazam. And now there's no time.
Oh,
a clutch coming in for Legia. It's going to be 6-0.
Legia is the all-star of that round, man. The way that he's able to get that initial kill in CT spawn on Deshaun Garrett, I believe that was, and then he rotates back around to Cat in time to stop the defuse from happening. That's just stellar stuff. And also, just on the initial execute, the way that they're just dismantling Shazam, they're not even giving him a chance. I mean, the way that they're flashing him off, they're forcing him back, you know, forcing Echo Fox to give them control of the bomb site and play retakes. I mean, they're just outplaying Echo Fox tactically. They're also hitting their shots and big plays. So, I mean, Echo Fox, they're really suffering right now. Look at this. They're just on a mixed buy right now in this round. Lots of upgraded pistols, 1M4 on Freakazoid. It's looking rough out there for them.
I wonder if it's a mixed buy, because he bought all the way down to 100, where everybody is at the 3K mark.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, let's see where he's posted at. He's up on Catwalk, so I wonder if they're going to try to flash for him to peek out, depending where Roka is. He's actually all the way in B. Oh my god, his back is turning. He gets the kill on a free one onto Tapson. And Peter's down to 11 HP.
What a timing. Tapson was waiting for a pop flash to chase it backwards, but then Freak peeks before the flash goes off. So that's crazy stuff. But look at Peter. He's reeling it back in. He's got a couple of kills. Now NRG actually had the man advantage back.
Yeah, great job by Peter. So far, making Tapson's mistake, or at least a small mistake on the communication, come back into their favor. Shazam looking to creep up slowly here as the bomb is planted, but Gabi is still watching towards long. At this point, Rix will try to save this M4. Roka has an AK-47 left behind from Tapson, so this could be actually pretty good for them at the end of the day. Peter looking back towards mid, but the timing's off. They're going to make it back towards T-spawn, but Peter is actually rushing out towards there.
He knows the money's going to be low on a couple of these guys because he saw an M4 out on Freakazoid, so he knows that he can do a lot of damage here economically to this team. He misses his opportunity, however. I don't think anyone's going to be able to get close enough to... I don't know. We'll see. They're actually both pushing through B tunnels, and we do have one player pushing through long, so they might be able to catch Echo Fox.
They spotted them, so you also have one more coming up towards the T-spawn. That's going to be Got B. Bomb is going off, of course. 7 unanswered rounds for NRG eSports. The AWP is not going to get saved as Got B picks up the last 2 kills. That's going to make it expensive at this point because they're going to have this full buy coming in, though, Dust. With Freakazoid, no money. They needed to keep at least that gun.
Yeah, that was really the key. Like, if they could have saved those 2 guns, this actually winds up being, like, totally fine. But now you have Freakazoid just on a FAMAS. You have a little bit limited utility. They still have the op-out on Shazam, but again, I just have to feel that NRG's done so well disabling Shazam. I think Shazam's going to have to, like, do something different. He's either going to have to start getting aggressive on Catwalk or something like that and, like, look for opportunities because they're really not allowing him just to play, like, the passive, okay, I'll just watch Cat Cross type deal. They keep flashing him off. Yeah. And so we can't really have an impact on the round a lot of the time.
I think between these 2 maps, between this map and the next one, Roka will have to pull out the Nintendo 64 and play a bit of GoldenEye in order to warm up here on this second map, because he's currently 0-0-7.
I was wondering where that was headed, because I didn't look at the scoreboard, so I had no idea where that reference was going, but
You're welcome,
done, sir.
Thank you.
Well done.
So now Tapson's going to try to move up here, try to clear out towards this mid side. And again, it's a fairly passive play. They really only have the op in the hands of Shazam. But you're going to see Shangera's support from this window side call the cops. They're about to push through these double doors. And it's going to be Peter, the one that's going to try to get the entry.
Yeah, they're just going to try to work this mid to be Freakazoid and Sean Garrett's have a bit of a crossfire set up here. And they may not suspect Sean Garrett's position. It's not a very common one. But they know Freak's in that corner now because he mollied out the smoke. And Tapson still hits the shot on the Sean Garrett's regardless. And now NRG will actually just back off. Freakazoid going to pop flash his way through the smoke to look for something. He does catch one, but quickly traded. And so NRG, they've isolated this B side of the map. There's only one player left. It's going to be Roke. He's getting pinched from both sides. He can't handle the pressure. And NRG have the B bomb site. They have a 4-on-2. Echo Fox have to save. And they're going to go up 8-0 here in the first half of Dust 2. They're looking dominant.
That's insane.
Wow.
And at that point, Sean Garris has such an easy shot on onto Tapson, and somehow Tapson is able to capitalize back on a headshot through the planks. It was a surprise spot. You mentioned it. It's very unorthodox to hold that area. But unfortunately, he couldn't capitalize it. Maybe it's the Silence M4 instead. Nonetheless, though, they are going on the hunt, trying to spot these last 2 guys. You can see from this overlay, one holding back inside that pit. That's going to be Shazam. Legia is soon about to come into contact to try to take him down. But meanwhile, we are creeping up towards long as well. Well, I guess towards long from T-spawn, where Rix is currently holding towards the car.
Yeah, again, this trying to save these guns. Our Echo Fox money is tight, but Legia outpicks Shazam with an AK down the long A stretch. My goodness, it feels like it couldn't be going much worse for Echo Fox at this point. They still do have enough money to drop an op if they so chose, but it would mean that someone goes without armor. So, I mean, this is unbelievable. I thought it would be a much closer race than this on this map, and yet we see NRG just off to such an explosive start. And, I mean, Echo Fox, how do they recover?
Yeah, I thought it was actually the cops that were coming for me, but it's mostly the ambulance trying to stop the bleeding from Echo Fox right now. NRG just looking so strong. Look at the amount of flashes and smokes to try to take control of long. They already have, but it's a very, very passive play this time, at least for Echo Fox towards this A-bomb side. They're going to focus more towards the Catwalk CT spawn, play that retake towards long, and then support more towards B. So that's 2 areas that's out in the open pretty much for NRG eSports. They have long that they could take care of, and it could also smoke for CT spawn and go for a split into B should they choose to do so. But you see that bomb making its way towards long with Gob B, and it looks to be an A's execute.
And we do see an initial trade here on the catwalk. Also, EchoFox did push B tunnel, so they have the information that everyone's long, basically. They know that's what's up. Shazam even able now to fight the cross with the op. He's already taken down Fugly. The bomb does make its way into the site, however, and it should get planted. Shazam forced off by the Molotov. But this is one of the situations where we finally see EchoFox getting to play a retake with the man advantage. Can they make it work is the question.
Yeah, might be waiting a little bit too long. Now that smoke dissipates, he dies. He was trying to see if he could catch the rotation from that mid side towards long and also try to backstep up against the 2 players on catwalk. But now it leaves it on a 4 versus 2. This might be finally the round where EchoFox could turn things around. Shazam looking up on catwalk still. It has to come down to this fight towards long as well with Sean Garris and Peter. But now they're moving in. Peter's still looking towards the double doors. Now, Godby stuck inside the site, couldn't win the fight, and Peter couldn't go for the 1 versus 1 against Sean Garris. So unfortunately, no rounds there, no 16-0 dream for NRG eSports, rather, and EchoFox finally put one on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they just won those initial battles on the catwalk. They finally had a round where they had the advantage going into the late round to retake, and Sean just times things out really well at long A. He knows that Peter's going to be forced to turn his attention to the A site and picks the perfect time to peek him through the doors and get the final frag. So, well done from EchoFox. They even get that op, so now they have a double op setup that they didn't have to purchase the second one, so that saves them a little bit of money. But we do already see Roka being tagged there on his way to the B bomb site, down to 51 HP. And I mean, EchoFox, they have to be careful. If you get your money reset here, some of these guys are going to be forced in almost double save territory. That's where energy just goes up, 10 rounds or maybe even more before EchoFox can buy again. So this is, I mean, they won a round, but they're so not out of the woods yet.
We did talk about Peter having to step up and having to be the support player with Taps and be the main fraggers here for the team. If not, energy sometimes stays quite silent. And he keeps getting these tags against Roka coming through towards B, as you mentioned before. Again, they seem to have found a weakness towards this A-bomb, so they're going to try it again. Rix is playing out in the open, actually, towards the A-ramp. Up towards long, while you still have Shazam playing towards that catwalk side with Freakazoid playing that support at mid and CT spawn. That being said, though, here comes the smokes in execution. Rix is actually pushed all the way up towards that door. But it is smoked out. He's going to try to throw an in-seer grenade to run that timer down again, and he actually heard one of the opponents fall back. Here comes the 2 guys on catwalk trying to execute, though.
Yeah, but there's no pressure. Shazam just gets the focus back up. After the flashes are gone, he just re-peeks and he gets the first kill. So that's the big difference now is that Shazam has had a little bit more flexibility, but now he's getting pinched from long A. He's getting blinded. He's going to get traded. It's all up to Freakazoid now. That's a nice shot he gets on the Fugly. He re-peeks and finds Legia as well. So Freakazoid really stepping up in this round. Peter, though, gets it back into a 1 versus 1.
20
time
seconds.
is very limited, though. I don't think he has time to make it all the way.
He's actually going to run it up on catwalk, so it's going to be a face-to-face fight. Can he get it against Roka? He tagged him early in this round. He does have the M4 moving through. Roka got the single box, and it's a 1-tap.
Nice.
Peter running out with the knife, of course, to just try to get them closer to the bomb as possible. But looks like Roka had the better angle and the 1-tap to get the kill. So 2 unanswered rounds here for EchoFox, but still enough money for NRG eSports to go for a 3rd buy in a row.
It's a big round to win if you're EchoFox. Having their money reset there would have been bad, but it's still a threat in this round just because they lost so many players. It came down to a 1v1, so 4 players have to rebuy, and now they're right back down to having a situation where they could be forced to double save if they lose this round. So NRG still have big potential to just jump to a massive lead before this half is over. It's already a pretty strong lead, but EchoFox is starting to chip away at it a bit. They've won 2 in a row.
They're going to try for this again. The op/AK pick the 2 entry guys, but that scope is going to... Freakazoid's going to hear it. They're going to molly it out. He forces a smoke. Meanwhile, they're pushing inside B tunnels. They're kind of reading EchoFox like a book right now because it's not the first time that they do this. When they execute towards mid side, you see that aggressive push towards upper B, and they've already taken down Sean Garris. But again, Roka's still alive, and they're going to try to capitalize up on catwalk for NRG eSports.
Yeah, they do have control of the stairs already. They do have the man advantage as well, but we do have Rix actually tucked in the Goose this time. And so it's going to be a little bit different spot for NRG to handle. Maybe Rix can make something happen, but the Molotov is so strong, and Shazam again gets forced off the site. He can't escape. And so NRG, they've taken another round here. EchoFox money in the toilets. and this is looking so good for NRG.
So NRG eSports have been bootcamping for quite a while here in Toronto before Northern Arena last week. I think they were actually in Toronto for a month. They haven't really had any good results coming out of that, unfortunately. But now that they're back in LA and, again, still together in the practice house, you see how the execution is, like, flawless when they're taking this catwalk push. The amount of smokes, the amount of flashes, everybody's fully blinded for Echofox trying to hold the site. Another tag coming through the double doors from Peter, this time with the Sean Garris. I mean, they look unstoppable in this half.
Yeah, it's just a rinse, wash, and repeat against Shazam on this long A corner. I mean, I can't tell you how much of an impact it is that Shazam never is able to actually even get a peek on these guys executing the A bomb site. Which is why I'm surprised he hasn't switched it up and like maybe just taken his op catwalk and tried to like go for something aggressive and just maybe disrupt NRG before they can start getting set up. Instead, he just kind of keeps doing the same thing, and it's just stubbornness at that point.
Shazam somehow is spotted up as Fugly is creeping up on that ledge at long and headshot it. He's down with the rest of now. NRG eSports moving up on catwalk. That's the cue for them to move up. Freakazoid gets headshotted by 3 guys peering up. Sean Garris then gets picked off there at the elevator side. These guys are just getting picked off one by one. Sorry, I was just listening to the in-game chat happening at the same time between Freakazoid and Shazam. They're just baffled of how they're just keep getting picked off right now. Lagia, another one on Taroka. Rick's the last man standing. CZ, small armor. Looking to have this 10-2 score. Maybe another Follies around. Nope. Fugly is going to fall towards long, but I don't think he's going to be able to save this AK. They spot him now towards long, and they're going to hunt him down.
I mean, there you have it. NRG going to go up 10-2. Money's still so low on Echofox. Can't really buy on this round either. Nope. So, I mean, NRG are basically going to go up 11-2 almost for free.
Now, when you look at this result now, and the way that they've executed towards the A site and how Echofox are baffled that they can't hold this so far, do you think that, in the end, Echofox played into this veto game for NRG? They wanted Echofox to take Dust 2.
I think they knew that Echofox wanted to play Dust 2. Again, it's probably Echofox's best map outside of the fact that they can pick nuke against teams that leave it, and they beat teams just based on the fact that they've put a lot of work into it where other teams probably haven't. So once nuke was off the board, Dust 2 was the likely next option. And, I mean, yeah, they're just crushing Echofox on it. Shutting down Shazam is really, probably the biggest factor. I feel like I beat that point to death, but it's so important.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering when they like beat Liquid on Dust 2 yesterday for E-League. Or the day before yesterday.
They have that confidence, yeah.
Yeah, Shazam like went off. He had like 30-something kills on the map. And now he's, what?
6 and 11.
6 and 11? Yeah.
But you can't really fault Shazam there either because they're getting dismantled up at Cat. Yeah, pretty much. Might as well just turn off your monitor and click. Hopefully you'll hit something. But so far now, stuck only with pistols is Echofox, 2 P250s. USPs, no armor. As NRG are going to walk up here towards long. Making a bit of noise though, so they're going to be able to hear it on the CT side. They do have 2 inside the site on a high-low at the elevator. Shazam watching across. Again, another white screen for him. And as soon as he gets unblinded, he eats a bullet. Now at quad, they're going to flush him out with the molly. That's going to be Freakazoid. Op down by Peter. Another one onto Sean Garris. Last one up on catwalk. Ricks at this point, praying for something.
I will say one thing about NRG's executes that seem to set them apart from most others is like smoking the cross and jumping in the CT spawn and flashing the corner. All those things are like pretty common for executes, right? There's nothing special about it. But the big thing they also do is they add so many Molotovs. Like, I know you usually see CTs use Molotovs on the site for retakes to flush people after they planted the bomb, but literally NRG covered the entire A site and Goose to where literally CTs have nowhere else they can play except for A ramp or corner, and then those people just get blinded to death. So there's just literally no way to fight that cat cross for Echofox unless they like force the issue and play cat aggressive.
So that indeed now Fugly getting the first kill on Taroka. He's not having too hot of a game, either is Sean Garris, but at this point you can't, again, penalize the fact that they're 2-3, that he was 0-7 in the beginning, because they've always worked towards his A-bomb site. You're foisting players on a rotation all the time for these two, Sean Garris and Roka specifically, that they get caught in these rotates. But this time, they execute towards A, Roka couldn't hold it. They get the bomb plan towards B, Peter gets knocked kill onto Shazam, and now they're just going to try to hunt him down.
And so we see Echo Fox trying to see if they can't make this retake happen. It's a 3-on-3. Retake's going to be so difficult. They're not even going to go for it. You see two have already committed to the save. Sean Garrett's trying to get away with that M4, but he can't. He gets caught by Fugly. So it's going to be 12-2 for NRG. And there's just like no hope in sight for Echo Fox right now. I mean, they just look lost.
Lost puppies trying to find their way back in this game. Last round ago in this first half. Now they're actually looking for more of a guide dog. Hoping to bring this back here. They have no money to work with in this last round, Dust. You're stuck with FAMAS's, pretty much.
Yeah, when you've only won 2 rounds the entire half, money becomes a little bit tight.
Obsolete.
Yeah, becomes a little bit difficult to buy what you want at that point.
Three of them crossing towards B this time. Interesting. Focusing more on a B stack. Where, again, NRG eSports really only hit that bomb site once.
Yeah,
so,
they've only hit it like on eco rounds and stuff.
Yep. So that means now that mid catwalk is a little bit weak, and you have 2 players from NRG lurking down towards this lower B, still playing passively towards long doors, as you'll suddenly slowly start them seeing creeping up on cat again.
And I mean, Freakazoid's playing a spot that's just going to get mollied. He's going to get forced out of position. Shazam's going to get forced out towards long A. And NRG will probably just execute A off cat again and be successful. I mean, there's nothing to stop them from doing this. I think at this point, just Echo Fox trying to see if they can't find a better way to retake it.
And how strong have their mollies been to actually flush out their bright spots every single time?
That's what I'm saying. Like, NRG, that's the big thing they've added to their execute that other teams don't do as much, is how many Molotovs they use. They use 3. That's a lot on the A site. Just the whole thing. There's Goose that Tazzin's going to molly, and then the site as well.
Right, he's actually faking this. He's going to move this on his own. He's going to drop towards CT spawn, and they're going to pinch into B, but Rix picks him off. This is going to be huge right now to start for Echo Fox, but God, B retaliates back onto Rix at mid. Roka's still in a nice ninja spot, but now they decide to run back towards Catwalk, and this puts now Shazam and Freakazoid out of position at Elevator. He does not connect the shot, actually. Gets headshotted by God B. Freakazoid getting the first kill, but he's burning. And forced to fall back towards this A ramp. 16 seconds left on the clock. Fugly capitalizes with a headshot, and it's now a 3 versus 2.
Yeah, Sean Garrett's trying to see if he can't flake up the catwalk. Fugly holding the angle with the AK, waiting for him to cross in. Roka's going to get it. So it's a 2v2 retake. There's still a chance here. They both have kits. 1 HE need to work with as well to try to see if they can't hit the site. Like, it peeks into Sean Garrett, and now it's all on Roka.
How mad is Sean Garris? I mean, the timing was impeccable on Legia's peak. Wow. And he gets the headshot onto Roka through the smoke. The only time Legia calling the good half, or I mean the only person calling the good half, because you could see how Echo Fox were totally outplayed in this first half. Not taking anything away from this team, because they are definitely a good North American team in my eyes, but NRG just looks so strong. They're impeccable in this first half.
And they had a great game plan. They executed it perfectly. I mean, there's really no doubt about it. I think when Sean Garrett goes back and looks at this demo, because I'm sure he will, he'll look at what was just like a masterclass game plan from God B.
And I think they kind of read that, right? I mean, when you're looking at how Echo Fox plays it, I mentioned it before, you have Shazam opting towards the car at Playmaker to watch Cat and CT spawn. You have possibly 1 or 2 playing long, or if not, Freakers are playing towards the CT spawn, and then you play passive mid with the 2 men inside B. So they know they don't really want to execute B, because there's sort of a stack in there where they're running through one single entrance to try to take the site, unless they go for a mid to B split. So knowing that, and knowing that Shazam is playing towards that car, the amount of flashes that were thrown towards that area that prevents Shazam from getting to pick up on Catwalk gives a chance for those entry fraggers to just clear up the site. So
exactly.
I mean, they've always done that, and it's been repeated pretty much.
And the thing is, Shazam would have tried to play inside site or on ramp or Goose or something like that to like change it up so the flashes didn't affect him as much. He was going to get mollied. So he was going to get forced into an awkward position anyway. That happened to Freakazoid, I think, a couple of times. He tried to play Goose to defend against the A hit. Again, I feel like the only thing that Echo Fox didn't try was like just aggressive cat. I think they did it on pistol round, or maybe opening gun round, actually, the one where Tabson got like the sick entry with the AK. Like that was like way early in the half. But ever since that point, they never really tried it again. Actually, no, there was one round they triple stat Cat, and Energy still won the round though because they just like got the bomb. That was the one where Legia made that really big 1v2 clutch play.
Let's add that a little bit here though, Dust, right? Because it's not only the execution that's been on point for Energy, it's their aim. The entries have been on point. Like it's just barely any sprays, just a burst shot, one taps, and they're getting the headshots to move in. So
yeah, that's true. Like even on that last round, Shazam actually had a chance and he missed a couple of shots on the cross as well.
Yeah.
But there were so many rounds where I felt like he didn't even have an opportunity to do anything. He was just blind, forced to fall back. So, really, like I said, really well done by Energy. But we're into the second half now. See if Echo Fox have any life left in them. If they lose this pistol, it's pretty much all she wrote for Dust 2. You got to feel like aggressive cat setup here for Energy. And man, what the freak cannot get that kill on the Peter. He survives all that somehow.
Confidence, and Tabson's down to 15 HP. Shazam's about to peek out, gets the headshot to trade it off, and it's even up on a 4-4. Now there's going to be a lot of action converging towards this mid. Nice one tap from Shazam onto Legia. And that's some timing right there. Pistol whipped.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, playing the angle now on towards that staircase. Echo Fox looking to push up on Cat. And Shazam with the silence USP, making it 3K now.
Yeah, they just kept trying to keep holding their ground and keep taking fights, and Echo Fox are winning them. Yeah, as you said, maybe just like a bit overconfident instead of like falling back and just playing into the sight. They just kept trying to go for it, trying to force the play, and it just never worked out. Which when you're down in numbers, it makes some sense, of course, so can't fault them too much, but Echo Fox will take this. It'll make it 13-3, and so they just hold on, basically, at this point.
Well, they get the pistol, right? So get the pistol round, they get the submachine guns, they'll rack up the money. So it'd be pretty good right now for Echo Fox to just rebuild the economy on the second half and try to build the comeback, I guess, on T side. So great job by Shazam. Not only was he able to get the first kill for the team in this half, but getting that entry towards mid, clearance up on Cat, and gave him a chance for Echo Fox to plant towards that 8-bomb site. And even there, NRG eSports staying on that confidence level. Glass cannon scout for Peter. Pistol armor for the rest.
So they're going to force up into this one, see if they can't break Echo Fox early. You got to feel if they were able to take this one, make it 14-3, that all confidence for Echo Fox at that point just be shattered. As we do see Fugly getting aggressive here over towards long A with that 5-7, but not peeking. Roka is holding that very spot. How will the timing work out? He does walk away. Fugly still just holding his ground, not pushing the issue. Meanwhile, Tabson with the Deagle. Very deadly with this weapon, just watching from Cat. Nice pop flash, though, into middle, and Gabi will get cleared out.
It's all up to Peter now with his glass cannon inside B. Gets the first tag there onto Shangaris, and they're going to try to peek out from this flash. It's huge. Legia gets the headshot, but a lot of them are low. Peter's trying to peek out, trying to get another one to Shazam, but to no avail. Tabson not connecting with the Deagle either, unfortunately. Now Shazam's at 25 HP, Rick's at 26. Fugly at this point will try to save his $1,500 investment. Looking back towards T-Spawn, maybe for some exits, but if he was there
close,
with his team,
man.
it could have been close indeed, yeah.
I mean, Rix and Shazam ate a lot of damage there. There was a moment where it looked like there was going to be another pistol kill. I think Tabson's Deagle almost caught someone, but Shazam was able to have a pretty nice little USP headshot to silence all of that. So Echo Fox will find the 4th round. Likely will find a 5th as well, I'd imagine, as Energy won't really buy into the next round, I'd assume. So it will make it a bit closer, but it's really that opening gun round that's going to be kind of the tell-all of how this half's going to go.
Well, now it's going to be this 13-4 score. You saw that this force buy did not come in favor of NRG eSports. Unfortunately, even Fugly not able to keep his 5-7 armor, so you're going to be just stuck with USP's no armor. Legia with the P250, crossing over towards B. But the rest of them are going for a fast boost up on Catwalk. So Legia, if he could connect a few or keep them in their toes inside tunnels, it's going to be huge. They're holding back, now spotted, now storming through.
Yeah, so Echo Fox just knowing that it's going to be low utility out of Energy. Know that there's no fear to rushing B. There's no counter nades that's going to be able to stop them from getting out. They're going to be able to get close fights with the SMGs. So it's a perfect play to call in a round like this. And they'll be able to clean it up pretty quickly. So it'll be 13-5 in favor of Energy still, though, by a big margin. But we'll see if Echo Fox can get something going in these gun rounds. Keep it up.
Well, they managed to take down Shazam at least. Maybe salvage a scout and a Deagle. Actually, just only the scout, of course. You only drop your main gun. But now Freakazoid picks up the last two with the UMP. And it's now, like you said, 13-5. Now the economy's built up enough here for NRG eSports. Built up, but not enough. Peter with only a glass cannon. Before it was a scout. This time it's going to be the op. Small armor for the rest of the team. No kits whatsoever, except maybe for God B, as he utilizes the UMP instead. So using that armor pen, might expect him to play a little bit more close range, as he's looking. He does have the spawn for long here to play close there.
And Peter also going to be on the glass cannon as well.
There you go.
We do see the first fight going off at long A in the favor of NRG. It was just Freakazoid on a solo effort, not able to make it happen. Oh my goodness, now they're just getting shredded, trying to make a mid to B split happen, but so much damage being dealt. The counter peaks from NRG so powerful. What a play. I'm not, like, it's so weird that Freakazoid just went out by himself like that, and when they're going to run a mid to B split.
Yeah. I think he had a spawn, he was confident, right? You have that that moment where you're going to say, I can get this pick. But when he moved out towards long, he threw that molly, bounced off the wall, and landed on the doors on the other side. So he actually did not expect God B to push all the way up towards that barrel just at the entrance of long A doors. Got easily dispatched. And because of that, Echo Fox had to act a lot quicker inside mid and B.
Yeah. And it was just great flashes and good timings and the peaks on NRG and the crossfire at middle. Because mid to B is very hard to defend. Probably one of the hardest things that you have to defend in the game. And just the way that they flashed and were able to get a guy through smoke at CT spawn was pretty huge. At the same time, a guy peeked outside B. So just really well done.
Yeah, exactly. They ran through the smoke. That's that confidence level again for NRG eSports. Now this force spy coming in for Echo Fox. 3 AKs, 2 Deagles. Really not much in terms of utilities for Sean Garris and for Freakazoid. They could try to get something done in terms of a molly inside the A bomb site and try to flush him out. But Sean Garris is still just holding towards this lower B. They're going to set to walk back slowly here and probably try to execute back towards this B side.
Yeah, playing a bit more together this time. No one trying to go for a big play on the edge or anything like that. Looks like they're all gathering up in B tunnels. Of course, this is a limited buy, but they had to do it. Couldn't let NRG get the map point for free. Have to try to put all their eggs in this basket, but Peter's at the back of B site with an op. Going to be difficult to get past him without him at least finding 1 or 2 kills.
He's found 0 so far. Throws in the Cinder Grenade and a pop flash. Blinds nobody in. They don't need a op. They have a silver op in the hands of Sean Garris. Gets the 1D. And Peter falls. God B then owned by, owns Freakazoid. Then they finally get the entries and they overtake the B bomb site for Echo Fox.
Yeah, so really well done. I mean, the fact that Peter just gets 1D'd, great shot by Sean Garris. They pretty much won the round. They put so much trust in Peter kind of holding B by himself with the op at the back of the platform, and he comes up empty-handed on a rare occasion, so at least for this map. And there you have it. Echo Fox surviving here. It's going to put it to 6. Money reset for NRG, but they do save 2 guns. And they do have a good bit of money on God B.
Yeah, thanks to the USP kill that he had, that was $600. He's going to be able to drop a gun. He's going to be able to receive one back from Fugler Legia. But the question is, will they have enough for an op for Peter at this point?
Or Legia just passes his. We'll have to see.
Oh, that's true. Legia has one. Yes, indeed.
And it's so true, though, that they have plenty of time to win these rounds. They don't have to force the issue. But with the money that they have and the fact they saved 2 guns, they may want to buy up around this, I'd imagine. Yeah, there you go. M4 picked up by Legia. Op drop to Peter.
14-6 now. NRG eSports 2 rounds away from closing this map. Shazam with an op in his hands. Gabi going back to the UMP because he does have the spawn, towards long again. So he's going to play close towards that barrel. Meanwhile, as he gets that control, he's just going to hold it back towards the doorway.
Yes, Gabi did get in this corner. I'm not sure if Roka's aware that Gabi is there or not. So that could wind up being something to keep an eye on. You can see the focus of NRG on middle and catwalk. They're just trusting on Gabi to hold like a crazy corner at long A and just focus everything else mid-cat. In fact, it's just Peter Cat really. Like, they have so much focus at middle.
That's why you see the Gabi is not playing aggressively, trying to peek to get information, because if he dies, that's huge areas weakened towards the A bomb site. But looking at Peter, he's going to fall back towards long to support his teammate. And they're really playing a passive cat, so they're going to play a retake towards A at this point.
Yeah, Peter actually even went and tried to peek long A. And so now, I mean, the A bomb site's open for the taking. Obviously, EchoFox can't know that for sure as they start to set up their nades, and Peter will have time to probably move back and watch the cat cross. Can they flash him off as effectively as Gabi and company were able to do against Shazam is going to be the big question. Otherwise, Peter could have free range just to stop them from getting into this A bomb site with his own op.
Well, Peter is in a good angle. Oh my god, how do you land that shot? That was amazing. Freakazoid down. The rest of them stuck towards quad because of these counter flashes from NRG eSports. Everybody's still wide on the screen. Fugly getting the first kill. Tapson going to work with God B as well. Sean Garrett's the last man standing. At least get something done for EchoFox. 10 seconds remaining. And he has pretty much given up at this point. Not trying to save his AK-47. Loses that fight. It is now map point in favor of NRG eSports. At least they have that money to go for AKs for a few players here.
Ouch. Yeah, and I mean, Peter able to do something that Shazam was never able to have the chance to do, which was get a pick on the cat cross and slow them down and allow his teammates to get in position to defend the A side outright. I mean, NRG got all the kills there, man. I mean, they're just not only outmaneuvering EchoFox, but they're also out-fragging them across the board, it feels like, in almost every single spot.
They're just going to try to plow through. They've given up. They're going to go balls deep. And it's traded across. Lagia getting 2 kills. Back onto Roka, taking control of the B bomb site on his own. Soon to be met up by Shazam inside the B tunnels. But Fugly's trying to move in on his own. Trying to play the hero. But he does not save it for the team. It's a 3 versus 1. Peter, godlike so far with the IBP in this first half. Spots one heading towards B. So he knows one's in T-spawn. Last 2 are inside B. And you can see it from this clock ticking down. He is not looking to go for the clutch.
And he's just looking to see if he can't get a couple of kills, force them to do some type of rebuying. Money reset again here for NRG. This time, I don't know that they can really afford to buy around this op next time. Money's really low on Tabson and Legia. But there is some money on Fugly, and Gabi will have enough, so we'll have to see. May just buy some upgraded pistols around this op and try to play it that way, something more conservative.
Now I want to see Peter peek mid double doors. This is what's going to happen. Well, they do have some money, at least for NRG eSports, if they want to go for some sort of force buy. They have plenty of rounds to work with to try to play for a gamble if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be pistols.
This is just where Fugly drops some pistols and they just take a conservative approach. They'll have plenty of money to buy in the next round as well. And Peter could still make a play with this op, and he is going to take it to middle. There you go.
You want to make it... You want to give it an early round advantage for the CT side, so you want to go for that mid pick. And then also push towards mid double doors. That's got to be at lower B.
He's going to tuck into the boxes. They were just trying to get someone to fire the op into the smoke and give Peter a chance to peek out, but it never happened that way. And meanwhile, Gabi just gets the control lower B tunnels, quickly pushed out Catwalk as well. So they have lots of information on what's going on middle now at this point. So EchoFox can never really stage up for a mid to B without NRG knowing what's going on.
Well, he did try to go for the aggressive peek for the information. At least he spotted the bomb. The advantage now for NRG eSports is that they have the op inside B. So the only rifle that they have is up on B. Fugly gets taken down, and that might give the cue for them to rotate back towards A.
Yeah, they've cleared out the cat aggression here from NRG, so EchoFox has the space to work with now. Peter, though, still has his op in play. He's able to take down Freakers. Well, Tadson finds one. Peter with another. Not like this, man, silly. It's now all of a sudden the 3v2. Tadson picks up a recycled AK. Sean Gares may get caught way out of position. No, it might be Roka instead, but he does catch Tadson. It's still a 2-on-2, though. EchoFox are still sweating this round.
Lagia has to try to connect this. No avail, unfortunately. Sean Garris gets the pick. Now Peter could actually still even try to go for this.
Yep.
They have a smoke and a nade to work with. He does have a kit indeed. He does have an AK choice if he wants to move up on Catwalk, but he's going to play the long range, taking the op to his advantage, where he's been a key player so far.
He's going to be here so fast. I don't think Sean will ever expect him to be long A this quickly. But as soon as I say that, of course, he jumps in the site and puts his AK ready, so looks like he might be aware of it.
He legs him!
Oh my goodness.
Well, no, he doesn't leg him, he walls him, and then Sean Garrett says, alright, let me just go somewhere else. The bomb's going to go off at least for EchoFox, and it's going to be 15-8.
Still such a dangerous round, though. I mean, EchoFox was real close to letting that one slip. And Peter's still going to do so much damage in the round. I mean, they only survived with one guy, and Money's relatively low on a guy like Rix. Even Roka doesn't have as much money as he'd like, but
Yeah.
T-side is, of course, less expensive in general.
Thankfully that they have that AK-47 to drop it to Rix, who's low on the money, so they'll have a full gun round. The thing is, maybe they will be able to afford the AWP. Even double. Okay. They don't. Okay. They dropped. Okay, they did drop for Rix. Sorry. I was trying to look it back here. I was like, so they're gonna go for double offset up on T side. I don't know your thoughts about this here, Dust.
I mean, why not? I mean, they've had a rough game. You might as well just try to throw everything out there that you can. And I mean, this is not a map. I mean, yeah, exactly like this. Sean Gare's taking one over towards B. Shazam still patrolling middle, so it can work. There's a lot of long lines to take to make these ops work.
Nice shot by Sean Garris. That opens up the B bomb side as he was playing it solo, but the bomb is still so far out towards long A. So if they actually stop them on a rotation, but they're not. Shazam gets a close kill onto Tapson. Bomb is making his way down, but they're about to come into some opposition here from the mid side. And really, Echo Fox are holding towards B, so they're not really supporting the mid players right now. So they push out towards Catwalk for these two guys, but they're just a little bit too late. Bomb is making his way towards lower B, but Roka stops him. He's going to be able to run away into the B bomb site, get the bomb plant. And the last two guys, Fugly and Peter, will try to save with their weapons here. Peter's setting up for exits towards his mid barrels. What a pick onto Rix. Second one then onto Shazam.
Yeah, Peter is feeling it right now with the op. There's no doubt about it. And while Echo Fox do take the round, they go up to 9. NRG still in firm control of this game. I don't feel like Echo Fox has hit a number yet where they really pose a serious threat to NRG. If they can win a few more, then all of a sudden you have to think, okay, maybe there's a chance. But right now it feels like, NRG are just taking their time. They're saving when they need to. They've had their money reset a couple times this half, so they're trying to take a conservative approach. But once they get their money back in order, the way they've been playing, it feels like it's inevitable they'll put this map away.
Well, they do have a few rounds to work with, a few grace period rounds, I guess, for Echo Fox at this point, because you'll see NRG eSports on another safe. Might give them a chance to go for a 15-10 scoreline, but do you think they're just avoiding or they can't avoid the inevitable? It's really a game point for NRG eSports for quite a while now.
Yeah, Echo Fox have had their backs up against the wall ever since, like, the 5th round of the first half, you feel like.
Yep.
And they really NRG again. They've had to take some saves because of some resets, but again, we haven't seen them in full force yet with full guns in quite some time. And Echo Fox are just taking that space as best they can. They're almost to double digits, so at the very least, they've put themselves within striking distance, and they're making this score competitive. When it looked, I mean, it was 13-2 at the end of the first half. It was looking real rough. So at least Echo Fox are starting to get in a little bit better position.
I like how Fugly is playing this so aggressively towards long, making a presence, preventing Shazam to get an early pick with the AWP. Now even showing himself towards long doors, and all 5 of them of Echo Fox are waiting towards there. And he's the only one with the rifle. Everybody else really focused towards this mid-hold. But they're about to rotate back because he, like I said, he saw a few guys. He's going to ask for some support. Maybe try to get a boost back inside the site. Or hopefully get a few kills. But this smoked out, it's flashed out. They're taking control of A right now, and here's that boost inside the site.
Yeah, now they're just all going to fall back in here. They still have the rifle in hands of Fugly. They have a couple of Deagles, or excuse me, 1 Deagle, a couple of P250s, a 5.7 on Gob B. Lots of mollies, though, from Echo Fox to clear out the site. That should help them get through some of these pistols. But a lot of counter flashes are coming, and that's going to allow NRG to peek out. If Fugly's in port, he gets 2 kills.
And that's the bomb down as well. It's a 3 versus 3. Rix capitalizes onto Legia. Big flank coming through as well from long, and that is going to be Gob B. They're trying to stay alive here for the CT side to be able to get that flank from Gob B. He does get the first kill, and he gets the second one, and they win it with pistols for NRG in his first map against Echo Fox.
Just a slap in the face. I mean, Echo Fox were starting to get a little